I have created the new best M4 setup in the Modern Warfare 2 beta. This is more of a skilled setup, but trust me, this is the actual #1 M4 setup. Here's an overview of the setup, and that secondary is actually a one-shot pistol. It just shows up as a shotgun, but in the game it is a one-shot pistol, and I'll show you guys how to equip it. Once I go over this whole setup, I'll go back to that pistol thing and I'll show you guys gotta use it. Like, it's actually so broken. If you're building this setup and you notice you're missing some of the attachments, just go down over to the receiver and make sure you guys have the M4, the M16, the Icarus, and these ones maxed out, because each one of these has about 20 attachments that are universal for all the weapons in the same weapon family. For example, if I unlock a suppressor on the Hurricane, I can use it on the M4, the M16. If I unlock a foregrip or a muzzle on the M4, I can use it on the FTAC Recon. And so just make sure you go through each one of these receivers. I think there's like 15-20 levels. Doesn't take too long. You just gotta max them out. For more of a visual, tab over to the progression, and then you guys will see, if you go to see track, it will show you all the attachments that you're unlocking for each receiver. And so if I unlock these attachments, I can use it on the M4. These attachments can be used on the Icarus and the M16, and so on. With all that said though, for the first attachment, this is like a staple across every single M4 class, and that is you want to run the Tempest High Tower Barrel. Pretty much makes the weapon a lot stronger at range, and it removes a lot of the recoil. We all know that the recoil in this game is very balancing, especially when you use the iron sights, which this class is a iron sight class. I'll give you guys another variation with the sight, but since we are using the iron sights, we need to make sure there is a lot of recoil control, and then we still are going to have mobility. We are losing a lot of mobility with this barrel, but trust me, this is the best barrel for this weapon. Next up, for the muzzle, to remove a lot of that bounce and just make the gun a lot easier to use, you want to add the Forge Tac Castle Comp. It's going to add horizontal and vertical recoil control, which is amazing. We are losing a little bit more of our aiming stability and ADS speed, but trust me, the ADS speed shouldn't really hinder you. That is the biggest con of this class, but you guys will see in the gameplay, I am completely popping off. Say you do want to run a suppressor on the weapon, I recommend you guys to use the Ecoline GSX suppressor. It's just going to add recoil smoothness, making the weapon just a little bit nicer to control, and you get that sound suppression, which these suppressors in this game don't keep you off the radar, which is very annoying. I wish we had that classic minimap, so they're not like as effective, but I still think they're effective enough to run them. But for this setup, it's just so much more satisfying when you run the Forge Tac Castle Comp. Next up, for the underbarrel, typically I will always have you guys run the Pineapple Vert, just because it eliminates a lot of the bounce on the weapon, although we are losing more ADS speed, and that's the biggest con of this class, and so I don't want to hurt more of the ADS speed. And so if you guys try out the Forge Tac Ripper, this actually is going to make the weapon very stable. So the muzzle and the barrel is going to add a lot of recoil control. This is going to stabilize the weapon, making it so it doesn't really sway. It's just very accurate. And then we are losing more ADS speed, but not nearly as much as you lose with the Pineapple Vert. Next up, for the stock, make sure you guys are adding the Tempest AP80 stock. This is going to add a lot of stray speed to this weapon, which this game is modern aim to warfare. You got to ADS walk everywhere. This game is very slow and campy, and so this is going to make it so you can strafe a lot quicker, giving you that rotational aim assist, and you are going to be a harder target to hit. We are losing aiming stability and recoil control, but that underbarrel that we have adds so much aiming stability that you shouldn't really notice it, and you'll only notice those pros. On the rear grip, make sure you guys are adding the Phantom Grip. This is just going to add a lot of mobility to the weapon. You guys notice that the most of these attachments on this weapon is to add recoil control, aiming stability, but we haven't really brought up the mobility, and it's nice to be able to have the option to rush. And so when you add the Phantom Grip, it just bumps up the mobility by a ton. We are losing more recoil control and flinch resistance, so if that does annoy you, you guys can try out this one. You're not going to lose as much flinch resistance and recoil control, but I just like how the mobility feels so much better with the Phantom. Try out the support. This is honestly a very nice one. It's just the ADS speed on this weapon is a little, on this class is a little bit slow. Here's an overview of the setup, and I'll go over another variation in case you want to use a sight. So if you do want to run a sight on this weapon, typically I would have you guys take off the Phantom Grip and then just add the sight, but since this class doesn't have the best ADS speed, and then when you go over to the optic, I recommend you guys to add the Cronin Mini Red Dot. This one's not bad. I just like the reticle on this one a lot more. This is actually going to hurt your ADS speed, and so if you take off that Phantom Grip, the ADS speed on this weapon is going to be way too slow in my opinion. So the only attachment I would take off is the stock or the underbarrel. I really like the stability that this adds, and so for me, I'm going to be taking off the stock, and then I'll just add the Cronin Mini Red Dot. So here's another great setup, but I actually like the other one way more. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're curious on how to get this one-shot pistol, that I think all of you guys should try it out before the beta is over, because you can't actually equip it. You have to do a glitch to get it. And so if you want to do that glitch, all you have to do is throw on a perk package with overkill. So we got the overkill right now. Then you're going to want to go over to a new loadout. Doesn't matter which one. You want to go edit this one, and then you want to go over to the perk package, and then you want to swap that same perk package that you had before. Like this one is perk package 2. We're going to go over to custom loadout 5. We have perk package 2, the same one. Then you want to edit it. Switch the overkill to whatever you want. I like using battle harden and double time or scavenger. So we're going to be running the double time, and now we back out. And then we are going to tab back over here. And then now we should have the pistol in the secondary. Just to test it out, we're going to go into a game and I'll show you. Okay, now I should have this pistol. So we're going to equip this one. You guys watch me do that. We're going to swap to our secondary and boom, we got the pistol. And this is a 1 shot to the head, 2 shot to the body at like close range. I think past 10 meters, it'll be about 3 to 2 shots to kill the enemy. Voiceover Cbass here. So today's gameplay is a little bit different. I was playing Search and Destroy on stream, popping off, you know, dropping lots of 20s. But I wanted the gameplay to be a little bit unique. And so I just pulled a couple rush routes that I got from each game. So we got a couple clutches in there. We got like an ace, I think, and just some overall good clips. And so if you're trying to get better at Search and Destroy, I recommend watching the gameplay. Oh, we're gliding into another dimension. Playing Tony Hawk.
How do I? Dude. No, one shot. Right there. Nice.
Let's go, baby. W's only. Fingers up. Oh, what?
No mercy.
Better.
Yeah, them all fucking beyond the thing, boy, where you can see from the top. Look there, man. Look down there, look. Them watching our eye. Yeah, there's 2.
Dude, they just got fucking obliterated. Dude, that's so funny.
Oh my.
Okay, boys. Oh, that was a lame bunny hop.
Oh my.
Yeah, there's 2 around there, definitely, bro. 2.
Alright, just watch it. Come behind us, bro.
Yeah, them all up top, bro. Okay, man.
Go to B. The fuck?
Underneath.
I can hear him from Narnia.
You looking in B?
Why am I so good? Sorry, I have an ego sometimes. I'm so good and proceeds to sit in a corner. UAV's gonna scan again. Mans is on the ground playing with his crayons. Dude, that fadeaway was sexy.
Twisted over up, man, like Michael Jackson on dance floor, buddy.
No, that would have been cool. What are you looking at during the gameplay? Your eyes shift to a different monitor, which is clearly different from the one you look at for chat. I am hacking. That's my walls, obviously, you know, because I'm such a good player. I'm 4-3.
I'm watching middle part.
Yeah, we're officially a good player because we're getting hack accusations. That's how you know you made it.
Planning, damn.
Got him. Sorry, bro.
It's fine.
We killed him. We killed Sassy like that. Oh my god.
Oh, okay, someone is just saw there. He's behind.
Planning it.
We shot pistol. Here, join this for a community.
Planning it.
Oh, that was a player? I didn't even see him. My aim lock just like locked on him. The heck? I need to sort that out.
Yeah, there's another one coming to now. Another one coming to.
They're gonna plant that same bomb.
What is it talking about?
Oh, I couldn't lay down. Fucking crouch.
Where am I planting?
I would plant on one of the bombs.
Oh, you're right there.
Just running through them. And so I only caught 1,000,000 bull trout. A ton of trout, but 0 salmon. And all the bull trout, you can't catch them. Like, you're not... Well, you can't. You have to release them. And so we didn't have any... Like, I wanted to catch and cook, but so we couldn't do that. That was a little bit upsetting, but I still had a great time. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life.
Bro, no way.
I think they're gonna do the same. Yeah, they're doing the same strategy. I got 2 of them by A.
Bombs on me.
Oh, good round, fam.
They're probably planting.
Hey.
You just sit here and they keep challenging you for some reason when you look down hallways. I want to rush.
The masturbation circle is what they were doing.
I thought I had a nade for some reason.
Top one to Cbass.
Let's go! Easy, boys. W's only.